Hey, happy Monday. So a lot of real estate agents this time of year decide to just kind of throw in the towel on that year's production and their goals and decide to pick it up in January. I don't want you to do that, right? Because we talk a lot on this channel about how that is really not a great move. And if you are putting off those lead generation activities until the beginning of the year when everybody's kind of off of the holidays, you are actually putting yourself in a position to where you won't get paid until March of 2023. So here's what you want to do if you want to revive some closings between now and the end of the year and fill up your pipeline so that you have clients ready to go starting in January. I've got a simple script and a really quick method for you to follow in order to get these opportunities. So step one, we need to figure out who we need to be reaching out to. Throughout this year, it's been crazy, right? Like just take a step back and think about what happened this year. You had the crazy spring frenzy where the market was absolutely bananas. People were coming out of the woodworks looking to buy before interest rates went up, and things were just moving really, really quickly. You were probably trying so hard just to stay on top of everything that was right in front of you that it's understandable you could have had opportunities that slipped through the cracks. So you probably got referrals or leads or inquiries that nothing ever happened with those people because either they ghosted you or you dropped the ball and follow up. It happens, it's not a big deal. Or they decided to put their home search on pause because the interest rates started climbing, or they were sick of dealing with the multiple offer situations and the height of the market. You want to find that list of people. Now, what you should be doing throughout the year is saving a record of all these contacts that, all these leads that you're generating each week. If you're not already doing that, that's okay. What you want to do is go back. You want to scour your CRM, your phone text messages, your email inbox, your Instagram and Facebook direct messages. Like just go back in and try to get a giant list of all the leads that you've generated. And remember, a lead is not somebody who comes in waving a pre-qualification form in your face saying, let's go buy a house. Like this is anybody who had intent to buy or sell and the ability to do so, and who was open to talking to you about helping fulfill that goal, right? So these are not going to be people who ultimately ended up moving forward through an employment agreement with you. These are going to be people who at some point raised their hands and said, hey, I want to buy or sell this year. So you want to go through and get that whole list of people. And you might find that you have like 10, 20, maybe even 40 people this year who you haven't really done a great job of reaching out to or following up with. Now, you might at this point start to kind of lose faith in the process, because if you get this far and you get this list of people, you're going to start wondering like, oh man, you might start feel a little guilty. Like, man, I don't want to reach out to these people because I haven't talked to them. I totally dropped the ball on follow-up, or they ghosted me. They don't want anything to do with me. You might feel a little nervous reaching out to them, but I promise you, people get busy all the time. Stuff happens. And sure, some of them may have gone on to purchase a home already. That's totally cool. But there are probably just as many people in that list who still desire to accomplish homeownership, but just haven't been able to get there yet. And they're open to the opportunity. And so that's your job to help present the opportunity to them. So be bold, be courageous. When that little voice inside your head starts to go off, just say, like, silence that voice and continue on. Once you have that list, you're gonna send them this super simple script. This can be on text. This can be on Instagram if you were talking on Instagram, or Facebook. This direct messages. This can be on email, whatever you feel makes the most sense for that specific conversation. See where the conversation left off and just follow up with this quick script. You're going to say, hey, first name, hope you're well. Can't believe this year is already almost coming to an end. Last we spoke, you were interested in buying a home or selling a home, whatever that specific scenario was. Just wanted to follow up before the holiday craziness comes. Was that still part of your plan for 2022? Question mark. You're sending them an open-ended question, okay? And that's all you're going to say. Don't try to soften this script at the end by saying something like, just let me know, no big deal, want it, like no. Hey, last we spoke, this was what was happening. Is that still the case? You might even tailor it to, hey, last we spoke, you decided to put your home purchase on pause. Was that still part of the plan, or have you revisited the idea of home ownership? Right? And you just want to get that open question out there that will allow them to quickly respond. The most effective scripts or like outreach that you can have for follow-up and setting appointments are quick one-line questions that require a yes or no response. And so that's really what we're looking for here. Now, for the ones who purchased a home, inevitably this is going to happen. If it hasn't happened already, it will happen in the future. People are going to say, thank you so much for reaching out. We did end up purchasing a home. Thanks so much. Hope you're well. In that case, you have a couple of options. The one and done option is just to say, thanks so much for letting me know. Hope you're good. Take care. Send them on their way. The other thing you could do is then to decide that that is where your work starts. And you can decide that you still want to create a database contact. You still want to see if you can get referrals from that person, and then maybe even get their listing when they go to sell down the road, for example. And so then you can start reaching out to them, because now there is no agency relationship, and you can say, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that you were able to buy a home in this crazy market. Tell me about it. How did it go? Are you happy there? Is there anything that I can do to help you with? Really excited that you were able to accomplish your goal. I'm really thrilled for you. And just allow that conversation to develop naturally. If they seemed receptive to the conversation, I would enroll them in some of my closed client stuff. Like I would make sure they get a home bought. I would see if they wanted to be kept in the loop for home valuations, that kind of stuff. If they decline, no biggie, but you just never know what opportunities can come just from trying to serve without getting anything immediately. But the other people who do respond and who say, no, I'm still waiting, or yeah, we did pull out of the process, but we're thinking about next year. Now you have a new disposition. Now you have a list of leads who have told you where their mind is at regarding whether or not they want to buy or sell. And you now have a fresh approach to setting an appointment. So if you have anybody who's saying, yeah, I'm thinking we want to get back into it, or, you know what, I'm not sure, I need to know where the market is before I can make a decision, or we ended up signing a lease that's going to be up in the summer, so we'll revisit it then. You need to be setting a buyer consultation with those people. Like for sure, you need to either put them on Zoom and have a conversation with them, or get on the phone or meet them in person and have like a real buyer consultation to put a timeline in place and begin that process from the beginning. You need to be setting up your follow-up. You need to be providing solutions. You need to be connecting them with a great lender. Now you can actually actively start pulling people and engaging them into the process of buying a home with you. How easy is that? So there's your steps. You're going to go through the list. You're going to get all the contacts from everybody that you can. You're going to share that quick script of, hey, hope all is well. Last we spoke, you were putting your home purchase on hold. Just wanted to know if that was still the case. And then you're going to follow up from there. Give this a shot this week. Let me know how it goes. This is how we always get some last minute closings between now and the end of the year in the fourth quarter. And more importantly, stack up our pipeline so that we have closings starting January 1st. I promise you this is going to help you set at least 5 appointments this month. Give it a shot. Let me know in the comments how it goes.